A long, long time ago, before there was any people or cities, God created the world. He made the sky, the land, the animals, the seas, and everything we see around us. But God wasn't finished yet. He wanted to make someone very special to take care of His creation. So He made the first man and named him Adam. God made Adam from the dust of the ground and breathed life into him. Adam lived in a beautiful garden called the Garden of Eden. It was a perfect place filled with trees, flowers, rivers, and all kinds of animals. There was no pain, sadness, or hunger. Everything was peaceful, and Adam was given the important job of naming the animals and taking care of the garden. God loved Adam and wanted him to be happy, so He told Adam, "You may eat from any tree in the garden, but there is one tree you must not eat from, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat from that tree, you will die." Adam listened to God and followed His instructions. To make sure Adam wasn't lonely, God created a partner for him, a woman named Eve. Adam and Eve were happy together, living in the beautiful garden that God had made for them. But one day, a crafty serpent came into the garden and spoke to Eve. The serpent, who was really the devil, tricked Eve by saying, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve told him about the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and that God had told him not to eat from it. But the serpent lied and said, "You will not die. If you eat from the tree, you will become like God, knowing good and evil." Eve believed the serpent and took fruit from the tree. She ate it and gave some to Adam, and he ate it too. Suddenly, they realized they had disobeyed God. They felt ashamed and hid from Him. When God found them, He was very sad, and they had broken His one rule. Because of this, Adam and Eve had to leave the Garden of Eden, and life became much harder for them. Even though Adam and Eve made a mistake, God still loved them and promised to send a Savior one day to help the world. Adam's story teaches us about choices and consequences. Just like Adam, we all have to make choices every day. Sometimes we may be tempted to do things that aren't right, but when we listen to God and obey His words, we can live a life full of joy and peace. And when we make mistakes, we can remember that God still loves us and offers us forgiveness, just as He loved Adam and Eve. It is important to always trust in God and make good choices.